1980 Olympic goalie Jim Craig's younger brother Dan wanted to do something special for his family, so he entrusted an invaluable family heirloom to Steve Staples of Staples Cabinet Makers. Now the result is nothing short of remarkable.
Well, I'm the last of 8 children, so I saw my dad work on this quite often. I think most of my memories comes from curving hockey sticks and cutting sticks down to fit our size as we grew up throughout the years. I was taking things off the table and I looked down and I started looking at the wood and I said, geez, maybe Steve could make this into a new table for our new home.
With Dan's piece, there's 8 kids in that family, so there's bound to be quite a bit of sentiment there because they've all passed or used that workbench.
It was really exciting when I brought the table in and he said it was pretty much a gem and it would come out really nice.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to make him a table out of this. It's an 1.5 inch thick. We've got plenty of color in it. It's made of oak. It's made of a white oak. It's a quarter sawn oak. We're going to take it. We're going to strip the guck off of it. Find out what's underneath. Find out what we have to do to bring up a brilliant surface for him. We're going to try to use literally every part of this bench. Let's just take all the screws out. All right, let's roll it off. Let's go back a little bit, then roll. This side would make a nice surface for him also because he wants it very pristine. It's got some oil drips from the other side, but that'll work. The other one is going to go places you never seen. Okay, here we go. He's putting the stripper on now, and we'll see what comes up. See where I'm cutting this down? See it's staying black? I'm afraid that we're going to have a stain issue on this that the client isn't going to be happy about. So we're still going to strip this and clean it, and then we may wind up flipping this over and working the other side because I think this is just too deep. I think that's loose enough to... All right. Usually these were finished with a finish that was soluble in alcohol because usually they were shellac or something like that. So I'm just going to wash this section with it, and you can see the tiger in the oak. What we're doing is taking off the saw marks. This has been tapered. Other than plugging the holes and drilling the hole and cleaning this off, it's ready. It's ready to go. It's the right height. It's started off as a workbench around 36 inches. Now it's 30 and ready for the table. This is the bottom of the table. It's bottoms up. We've taken it. It's been sent through the planer one pass. You can see the rays from the quarter sawn oak. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're still going to have a lot to attest to its reclaimedness as a workbench. It's got plenty of little holes, plenty of scars, plenty of things going on, just enough, I think, for the client where he didn't want it to be. We'll show you the side in question, flip it up, and you can see the other side as to why we chose not to use it. You can see that stains are deep. They're huge. They're just, it was too much to deal with. Today we've got the table pretty well up to snuff. We've got it all built, all together. We've hand planed it down, we've sanded it, and now it's ready for its wash coat, or some people call it a spit coat, of shellac. Hey, slow down. Okay. This one will be really pretty. This will have a lot of green in it. See it coming out?
See the flecks? They're beautiful.
This is pretty much the last step. We're putting on a concoction of varnish, dryers, linseed oil, phenolic resins, spa varnish. We put about 5 coats on. We let the wood tell us when it's had enough.
We're here for the unveiling. Today we're going to unveil the table that no one really knows about. There's a lot of people here.
Well, my wife, Lisa, knows what's going on, but I have my sister, Maureen, and my sister, Susan, and my daughters, Danielle, Megan, and Erin, and my good friend, Pat Brophy, here today. And they are all wondering what's going to happen.
It's exciting. It's, the energy is boiling. The table is covered. We've put an awful lot into it. It's gorgeous. It doesn't look like a workbench anymore, and I think it's going to be a wonderful piece in his home, and I can't wait to see this happen.
When Lisa and I decided to build our new home, we wanted to make sure that we had something from our old home, because it was our family's. So, my dad's old workbench is, we spent many, many hours down there, and it's something that we can remember my dad with. And, we came in here, we saw some beautiful farm tables, and it was on the way down to our new home when it kind of hit me that I should go home and take a look and see if it was worthy of it. And brought it in to Steve, and he took a look at it, and pretty much the rest is history.
This is a workbench now that came in very crusty, very beat, very stained, with vice marks on it. Hours of love and the essence of their dad were in this table. And this is
Oh my God, look at that. Oh.
What do you think?
How could this be the same thing? Really, that's unbelievable.
This is the workbench right here. We've wrapped it in chestnut, which is an extinct wood, and given it a beautiful, all the pieces, the top, the legs, the aprons, the drawer front are all workbench. There's your workbench. Okay? So that's the original. There's the can marks, the stains.
But just think of all the different things we built together, and this is just, this is just came out better than I ever thought it could possibly do when I dropped this off.
Everybody in the shop has worked on this table. About 7 of us have worked on this table at one time or another, so everybody's involved.
You know, growing up, there was 8 of us, 4 boys and 4 girls, and as I look at this table, and I think of my younger brother Dan here, what goes through my mind is, at 14 years old, we lost our mom, and all of us were worried about Danny, because he's the baby. It's really, really special that in seeing what he's done with his life and what he's done right now to make this such a special moment for all of us, and to bring part of our youth and memories back to the table as we speak. It's so wonderful. So Danny, for what you've done, I love you and I thank you.
Beautiful. I want to recognize videographer Abbas Sadek and editor Meg Gilboy for that excellent work on the story. Now, the project itself cost $3,500. Staples Cabinet Makers is located at 23 West Bacon Street in Plainville, Massachusetts. The telephone number is 508-695-1155, and the website is staplescabinetmakers.com.